Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo, welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, you know, the off season is here. Free agency is just about to start. It is officially the tampering period, the legal tampering period, where they can talk to free agents but not really sign them until Wednesday, whatever, which is the new league year. But I'm here to tell you my 5 off-season moves that the Panthers need to make to have a successful off-season. You know what I'm saying? I took some time, I thought about this, and I'm going to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, get in the comment section, man, and let me know what you think about my 5. And if you have a better 5, if you think you have a better 5, let me know, man. Get in the comment section and let me know. So, let's get started. The first thing I think the Panthers should do, number 1 on my list, is trade Matt Khalil. I don't care if you trade him for a bag of peanuts. All right, get him off our books and off our team. He has been a disappointment. I mean, he just hasn't been what we thought he was gonna be. I mean, obviously, you know, it's kind of our fault because we seen what he did in Vikings and we still paid him. But get him off of our books. You know what I'm saying? The Texans have the cap space. They need some linemen. Try to trade him for like a 5th round pick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they don't like him, they'll have him for 1 year and they'll cut him. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But get him off our books because he has not been what we thought he would be. He did not pan out the way we thought he would be. You know what I'm saying? He was basically a speed bump all last year. And especially because we're losing Andrew Norwell, I want him just out of here, like, immediately. You know what I'm saying? Because that whole left side is probably going to be weaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everybody's been saying Taylor Moore will go into the guard position. But I think he's going to be better off as a tackle. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be a very good tackle for us. And I definitely think we could just draft a guard, whatever, you know what I'm saying, in the draft. So get rid of Matt Khalil. That is the first thing we need to do. The first thing we need to tackle in this, 5-point plan of mine. You know what I'm saying? So get rid of Matt Khalil. He's been a bust. You know what I'm saying? So far, he's been a bust. So get rid of him. The second thing we need to do is focus all our attention. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if anybody watching my channel, I've been on Allen Robinson. I've been on Sammy Watkins. But let's temper that, you know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, they're not going to get him, you know what I'm saying? There's so many teams out there with cap space and everything like that. Let's temper it a little bit lower. I think we should try and go for Dante Moncrief, you know what I'm saying? Dante Moncrief is a good young receiver, whatever. It doesn't really get much shine as Sammy Watkins and Allen Robinson and stuff like that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I like him a little bit better than Marquise Lee. I think he's a little bit taller. I think Dante Moncrief will be a great addition to our team. I think Torrey Smith is fine, whatever, you know what I'm saying, for what we got him for. But, you know what I'm saying, we need an influx of younger talent. You know what I'm saying? Torrey Smith is there to hone the younger talent, but we need some younger receivers also because we need a receiving core for an extended period of time. You know what I'm saying? We don't need turnover as a receiving core left and right. So go after Dante Moncrief. I think you can get him on a reasonable deal, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you do the first thing I told you to do is trade Matt Khalil. You'll free up some cap space. And you'll have the money to pay him, you know what I'm saying, and do the other things I want you to do. So definitely, obviously, you know what I'm saying, get rid of Matt Khalil, which is first. Second, go after Dante Moncrief, you know what I'm saying. Try to get him. He's a good receiver, you know what I'm saying. He just had a rough patch because Andrew Luck was injured all the time and all that stuff, whatever. But I think he's a very good receiver, and I think we can get him on a cheaper deal because of his bad track record, whatever. But I think he's a good receiver. I just think he didn't have a quarterback to kind of deliver the ball to him. So go after Dante Moncrief. I think that's very doable. I think we can sign him. So secondly, go after Dante Moncrief. The third thing I think they should do is get younger at both the safety positions. Obviously, Kurt Coleman is gone, and Michael Adams is like 1,000 years old. So we need to get younger at our safety positions. And, you know what I'm saying, obviously, you know, we have the draft, whatever, and everything like that, whatever. But, you know, because we're limited on certain draft picks, whatever, you know what I'm saying, we don't have a 4th rounder and stuff like that. I think this would be a great opportunity, especially, and also all the cuts that have been happening. I think this is a great opportunity for us to pounce. And this is what we need to do, right? We need to get Kenny Vaccaro, you know what I'm saying, which, you know, I've been saying for a while. Get Kenny Vaccaro. He's a younger safety. I think he'll be better strong safety than free safety. And, you know what I'm saying, we can use him to replace Mike Adams, whatever, and we can either cut Mike Adams or trade him or whatever. I don't know what his cap hit is. But, you know, get rid of Mike Adams, you know what I'm saying, get Kenny Vaccaro in there, you feel me? Because I think he'll be better in our system. I think the Saints didn't know how to use him effectively, and I think, you know what I'm saying, with our pass rush, whatever, he won't be put in a situation where he needs to, you know, be spectacular. I think he'll be a serviceable, strong safety. I think he's a tackler. I think he'll be good for our system. So get Kenny Vaccaro in the building. Secondly, go after Sheed, whatever his name, from Seattle. He just got released. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they want to get him back, but go after him because if y'all remember when Earl Thomas got injured, he played great as free safety. So I think he could play good for our system also. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Seattle and the Panthers have very good defenses, and you know what I'm saying, they kind of play similar defenses. You know, obviously there's a lot of differences, but you know they're kind of in the same realm. And I think he's that physical, you know, downhill, you know, just, you know, ball hawking. He's a good young safety that, you know what I'm saying, we can utilize. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's not great, we can train him up, whatever, and he's young. That's really good for us, you know what I'm saying? So we'll get younger at both the safety positions, which is Kenny Vaccaro and Sheed. Go after them, you know what I'm saying, because I think, you know what I'm saying, can we draft safeties? Yes. But that's wasting. That's not wasting. That's using 2 draft picks that we need, you know what I'm saying, to bolster our receiving core, our running back core, and, you know what I'm saying, our line, a bunch of other stuff that we still need on offense that we usually not address. So I'm saying, instead of, you know what I'm saying, using our draft picks on defense like we've done the last few years, you know what I'm saying, be smart, get because we only need a few pieces on defense. Get a few pieces on defense that we need from free agency, and then on offense, get the, you know what I'm saying, the draft picks, use the draft picks on our offense, so we can be dynamic, you know what I'm saying? So, number 3, get younger at safety. Try to get Kenny Vaccaro and Sheed. If we get those 2 guys, whatever, we'll be in good shape. So, get younger at safety. This is the 3rd thing you have to do in the offseason. The 4th thing we need to do is get another cornerback. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying, don't get, you know, a Tremaine Johnson, which obviously probably not going to have cap space for, but don't get a Tremaine Johnson or, you know, one of these big name dudes. You think the person I'm thinking about right now is DRC, you know what I'm saying, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, who got cut from the Giants. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, oh, he's old, he's slow, this and third. Listen to me, all right? I think he can still be a serviceable corner because our scheme allows for, you know, our corners not to be great, but just be good. Especially if we have, you know what I'm saying, we get those 2 new safeties, which I'm already speaking of. You know what I'm saying? If we get those 2 new safeties, he won't be, you know, in that bad of a situation. And also, the other reason why we're getting them is so we can groom the younger corners. Because let's be honest, James Bradbury is a good corner, but you know he had a bad season, he had a down season, whatever. But I think if he had an older corner to kind of hone him, because he was with Darryl Worley the whole time. So it was James Bradbury and Darryl Worley. There was no really veteran, you know what I'm saying, corner to, you know, let them know the ropes and show them the ropes and how the tricks of the trade and how they could get better. Get DRC in there, you know what I'm saying. He can train up Kevin Seymour and James Bradbury and get them better. So even if DRC is getting beat like crazy, which I doubt, you know what I'm saying, I think he'd still be a serviceable corner, you know, especially in our system. I think he'll be able to trade up Kevin Seymour and also James Bradbury and get them to another level because you need that veteran leadership, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, you need that veteran leadership, that vintage, you know, teaching from a person who plays your position. And I think DRC will be perfect for us. I also think, you know what I'm saying, he won't be that expensive. So, you know, we spent money on Dante Moncrief. We spent money on, you know, Kenny Vaccaro. We spent money on Sheed. You know, DRC wouldn't be that much money, and we'll still be able to keep him, you know, get him in there and help our young group and all that stuff. Whatever. I think he'll be perfect for us, whatever. I'm not putting Julius Peppers in the countdown because my thing is this. I think he's, you know what I'm saying, whether he comes back or not, it's not going to really hurt that much. Don't get me wrong, Julius Peppers was a dominant force for us, but I think our rotation at D lineman is hard for a lot of people to keep up with. You know what I'm saying? So I think we'll still get a high sack rate. You feel me? Like, I mean, Wes Horton balled out, and then we didn't even use Deshaun Hall, who we drafted last year. You know what I'm saying? So I think even if Julius Peppers does retire, which I don't think he will retire, and even if he doesn't retire, I think he'll come back to us for a cheap deal because he wants to retire Panther. He'll come back, you know what I'm saying, and he'll be a contributor. You know what I'm saying? He probably won't be the starter anymore because, you know, his age. But he'll be a contributor, and he will also be able to teach Deshaun Hall and all these younger dudes how to pass rush. So, you know, get DRC in there. He'll be like the Julius Peppers of the cornerback group in the secondary because we need a veteran leader to, you know, hone the young guys, man. And now we got 2 younger safeties. We got a younger cornerback. Well, 2 younger cornerbacks. We need a veteran guy to hone the secondary, and I think DRC will be perfect for that role. And the 5th and final thing I need to tell you guys, you know what I'm saying, obviously I think the Panthers should do, you know, in the offseason for it to be a success. Please, 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 oh God, please, do not get a running back in free agency. Do not do it. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like Adrian Peterson is going to take a really small deal. You know what I'm saying? But don't waste our money on running backs that are older, that, you know what I'm saying, are past 30. You know what I'm saying? We just let go of a running back that's past 30. Do not waste our money on this. You know what I'm saying? I understand, obviously, you know, we want some leadership in the running back area too, but don't do it, man. Unless it's a really older veteran that we can get for a really cheap deal, you know what I'm saying, just to tag along and you know, come along for the ride. Do not get an older running back. You know what I'm saying? There's so much good running backs in the draft that we could just draft, get, you know what I'm saying, like you know, Ronald Jones, or you know, the running back from LSU, Goosey, or whatever his name is. You know, or even, you know what I'm saying, some later rounds, you know what I'm saying, running backs. You know what I'm saying? It's a plethora of running backs in this draft. Do not waste our money on a running back that is older, that will not, you know, will average like 2-3 yards a carry, which is horrible, and, you know, not be beneficial for us. Please don't do that. You know, Marty Herney, please don't do that. Don't be stupid, all right? You know what I'm saying? It sounds good to get, hey, you know, maybe we get DeMarco Murray, he'll work well in our system. No, do not do it, all right? Get a younger running back to pair with Christian McCaffrey so them boys can be, you know, tearing up the league for years to come, all right? Don't be stupid. Yes, you need veteran leadership, but don't get veteran leadership in that sense unless they're very, 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 very cheap. Because I don't want to waste our money on that. So I think if the Panthers do that, they'll be in good shape. But that's my opinion. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this with all your friends and family. All the Panthers fans out there, I want you to keep pounding. It's Panther Nation all day. And get in the comment section, guys. Let me know, what do you think the Panthers should do? Give me 5 things in the offseason that they must do to have a successful offseason, man. I want to see all this. You know, I'm going to comment on them. You know what I'm saying? The good ones I think, you know what I'm saying, that I like. The ones I dislike, I'm going to comment. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, interact, whatever, so we can have this discussion, man. Get in the comment section, guys. And I will see y'all next time.